First off, Charlie, when are we going to get to see them double Ds?
No comment. No comment.
No, I mean, the trailer did tease quite a few extra Daredevil costumes, though. So is it possible that we might see some extra suits down the line?
Yeah, possible. It's possible.
All right. All right. I'll take that. Vincent, I want to tell you, I'm a huge fan of yours for years and years and years.
Thanks,
Adventures in Babysitting, like my favorite childhood movie. And you've played some of my favorite villains. I mean, Kingpin, Carl Rudolph in The Cell, Edgar, Pooh Bear. I mean, so many of these characters. And I wanted to know which character that you've played in your career has taken you sort of to the darkest place.
Well, this goes pretty dark, but I would say the darkest ever, there's two of them. One was because of his mental health, was Robert E. Howard. Mm-hmm. And then one was just because the character that I was playing was a very horrific person. That would be The Cell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be the answer.
Yeah, that was pretty nasty stuff.
One thing I wanted to ask you about is there's these quick shots of your hands that I noticed when watching this. You know, they kind of move in an uncomfortable, peculiar way. And I want to know, what does that body language say to you about Fisk?
So a long time ago, I heard a story about Laurence Olivier in that play, incredible play called, was it The Clown or something? He played an entertainer. Oh, The Entertainer. Mm-hmm. Sorry. And I was told there was a scene where he had nothing to do but stand there. Mm-hmm. And the only thing he moved during the other people's dialogue was his pinky at his side. And his pinky would just flick out like that. It's the only thing he was doing, was moving his pinky during. And they said it was a phenomenal thing because everybody went to the pinky and then went to what he may be thinking to make his pinky move. And that's exactly what the scene needed at the time. So he wasn't doing it to upstage, he was doing it as an answer to what was being said. He was receiving and reacting, right? That always stuck with me as a kid because I also studied Stanislavski, and that comes from that kind of work, Stanislavski work. And so, you know, I realized early on that if, I have a very kinetic thing where I use my hands a lot, I use movement a lot when I talk, and so I have to make a choice to not do that if I don't want to do that. But I do know if I don't make the choice to not do it, then whatever's happening in my nervous system is going to make me move in some way. And it's going to be connected simply because I'm in the scene, so therefore my body is in the scene. Your body doesn't know that you're acting. So whatever's going on in your nervous system is really happening, and it's controlling the movement of my hands, and it works for the scene.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. One thing I wanted to ask about was that Charlie, Brad Winderbaum's been pretty open about wanting to bring back the Defenders. If that happens,
really?
Yeah,
cool.
That's what he said. If that happened, would you rather see Daredevil, put that team back together, or would you rather see him join the Avengers if you had to choose between the two?
We learned. Like everybody asks us, are we going to do movies? Like, are we going to do this? Yeah. We have no idea what they're doing.
Well, I'm not asking what you're going to do because I know you can't do that.
But
so
I'm just saying
preference.
the fact. But we find things out.
We find things out
sometimes after you guys.
I found stuff out from my mother. I promise you.
That's crazy.
That's true. She read something, and I'm like, that's not true, and it was true.
And it was true. That's amazing.
Yeah. Anyway.
But to the question, would you rather Daredevil put the Defenders back together or join the Avengers? If just personal preference.
Just to be clear,
you can say in the quote that it's personal preference.
To be clear, what you're asking me is, would I like to team up with some of my dear friends?
Yes.
Or go into the Avengers? This is a rock and a hard place.
It's a tough question, I know.
And as much as I love those friends, look, I've become, over the course of these years, I've become a big fan of this character and these stories and stuff like that. And one of the things I'm acutely aware of is there's some really cool team ups, and Daredevil, plays a really interesting, pivotal role in some of the Avenger comics, and for the sake of the character, I think that would be a wonderful moment. It would be a wonderful celebration of an homage to so much of the history.
As a giant fan of Daredevil, I agree.
Yeah, but
Thank
the
you guys.
ideal thing would be for everybody to come along.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need you there too. I mean, to be honest.
I mean the other.
No, I want
Defenders.
Kingpin to join the Avengers.
Well, that would be weird.